Hello everyone and welcome back for another episode of Stellaris. We are kind of at war, and I say kind of at war because we are trying to defend the Azalash system from strange aberrant fleets that keep coming in. We found these people called the Formless, and they're doing alright. We're certainly helping them as much as we can. However, I am worried that we're putting a lot of resources into trying to keep them safe. And right now we need to be watching our resources as well as keeping them safe. It's a little bit complicated. So the Anvil and Hammer and our various other fleets, through fleet management, we've been keeping them repaired and upgraded. We do still have other ships that are being built to try and come through. We've got the longest mile, which is kind of on its way. It's going to be over a year before it actually makes it in, though, so a little bit of time before they come round. We do need a faster way of navigating. Other stuff that we've got going on, we can now activate the L gate. So we've got the specific technology for that. We just need to send a science ship over to the Circle of the Fall, and then we can turn it on. I'm not going to do that until we've finished our current problem. And the current problem, we're about halfway through it, so it's not going too badly. We've got some other astral rifts on the go as well. And we're still not sure about this whole Stormbound thing. Yeah, still not sure what's going on with that because we haven't precisely identified where it is. There are still systems that we can go and explore looking for it, I guess. No, we've been through each of these. I think the only one we haven't been in recently is the Circle of the Fall one. Either way, we'll get to the bottom of that eventually. For right now, we are focusing almost entirely on this system at the center of the galaxy. And we're hiding behind our friend's fleet because we've done what we can to boost them up.
System survey complete.
We don't need to really do more than that. Do you have other places that you're exploring? Yes, good. Then you're going to carry on doing that. And this time, when we reach month 6, I am going to activate
Construction complete.
the edicts to try and reduce the amount of damage that we end up taking. So we're going to do what we can to ease that process. We're all done with this. Let's carry on expanding. We'll get another star base up here. We are still getting a decent amount of unity. This expansion that I'm doing, it is going to be counting against our Empire Sprawl. Not too badly. The systems do add a bit, but overall, most of it comes from our population. And we still can't quite do anything regarding our alien artifacts. Almost close enough that we can get this going. That'll do, actually. That'll do. So, the Entertainment Nexus. The show is over, but the audience was invited to stick around and meet one of the acts. There'll be an excellent opportunity to study the individuals in more detail, as each of them displayed abilities we cannot even begin to replicate. Each performer is tremendously popular, so we only have time to see one before the station closes. Ooh, the Vulpine Acrobats, the Cyborg Moor, which blended creatures together, or the Contortionist that ended up splitting itself into so many different things. Let's go with the Cyborg Moor. I am curious as to what that's all about. Government edicts. Right. Focusing crystals for energy weapon damage. Volatile reactive armor. Volatile ammunition. Exotic gases for shield boost. Exotic gases for fuel. And astral shielding. Why not?
System survey complete.
That's boosted our ship power quite significantly. And any day now, I think it's the 7th month, a new fleet will appear. Oh, a diplomatic insult from the Chosen. The perverse interest in alien cultures that's prevailing through the Savantian coalition is an affront to the universe. Well, our relationship with them has declined. That's not really much of a surprise. We have been working on improving our relationship, however, with some of the weaker people. Like the Puthmayans. Let's, not the Puthmayans. We've already got societal guidance going out to them. Who was it? It must have been the Confederated Planets. Can't quite invite them to the Federation yet. But our relationship is improving. So we'll leave that to carry on improving. Alright, let's deal with this combat.
Anomaly found.
93.4. Jeez. Alright, the straightest system has been done. So we'll leave that. The Lispar has found another anomaly, some cold wastes. Go ahead and investigate that. And let's see this combat start. This is getting increasingly more difficult. The outcome will be reached in 29 months, so we've probably got another 2 fleets at least to deal with.
Battle commenced.
Alright, if one of our fleets goes in, all of our fleets go in.
Anomaly found.
We are going to run out of astral threads in 12 months because we're using them as a shield boost. That's fine. We'll stop the shield boost in a moment, just as soon as this is done. So we can ignore that. Reinforcements in transit, that's happening all the time. That's the Lispar's anomaly. Construction of a mining station. Let's go. That's not the Overtrex. Yeah, that was very strange. Why was it taking us over there? You've finished building the last of the mining stations. Great. We can bring you and take that system. We've got someone else already going there. Let's bring you round. In fact, no, that's not what I want to do. So ignore that. Arc furnace deposit sites 11, 10. We want one with 16, really. If at all possible. That's 7, that's 4. $13 is pretty chunky. Okay, that's all the ones over this side checked. Let's check the other side. 8, 8, 9, 8. That could be the... Ooh, Arc Furnace Deposit Site's 18. Right, there is our destination. Build megastructure. Arc Furnace. You are now being busy. Great. So that's the construction ship sorted, and then the Narpler has found an anomaly. Our head of research has found a metallic crystal formatty. Go ahead and investigate that, along with the void worms. Now, the readings originate... this is another anomaly that we've been digging into. The readings originate from a small research outpost, which the Cervantian Coalition has no records of establishing, or indeed authorizing, on the surface of Rossana 5. It's staffed by one Cervantian scientist, fairly talented and industrious one if their research is anything to go by. There's a problem with regards to their identity, however. We've been unable to match them against any official state records, and they refuse to identify themselves, save for stating that they're an exile. They've expressed an interest in returning to Sheltered Reach and serving us directly, on the condition that the Listvar immediately departs and no Cervantian ships ever return there. Out of the question, search every nook and cranny. Right. Back to the combat. We lost a cruiser, we lost some destroyers and corvettes, we lost another cruiser, they lost some cruisers and a battleship. So we did lose some things, but overall we did okay. Go and repair. Go and repair. Go and repair. So that's the 3 fleets heading out to repair. We need to reinforce them and we need to turn the edict off. So let's do the edicts right away. Astral shielding off. Exotic gases as fuel, shield boost, volatile ammunition, volatile reactive armor, and focusing crystals. That takes things back. We should now be gradually gaining astral threads for a little bit. Fleet management. Anvil and hammer, go ahead and reinforce that fleet. Tip of the spear. Reinforce. Readied shield. Reinforce. We're keeping on top of it just about, but we're not going to be able to do it for long. We could get 2 battleships coming in for the longest mile as well. Just so that they are also at fighting strength. Now, cold and empty. There's nothing unusual about the research outpost itself. It's a little bit of temporary shelter erected against the savage elements, allowing surface level planetary studies for a limited time before it wears down and conditions become untenable. The outpost on Rossana 5 is nearing the end of its lifespan, but the planet's intense chill has yet to critically degrade the impermanent structure. The equipment, functional, cheap, is intended to be abandoned. It's well used, and the local databanks are filled with detailed but ultimately mundane accounts of the planet, as well as the simple experiments that were carried out in its harsh environments. Curiously, no closer examination seems to have been made of the mineral outcropping on the outpost foundation rests on. Scans by the Listvar indicate the geological formation, a mountain mostly buried under ice, may be partially hollow. More alarmingly, Science Officer Boren reports that the sole inhabitant of the outpost, the mysterious exile, has gone missing and is nowhere to be found. That is a worry.
Building a new home.
Well done, guys. Get yourself repaired. Get back here. Detailed analysis of the enormous metallic crystals dominating Vorovib's landscape have defiled all expectations. Science Officer Isabella Hodgkinson is excited to reveal that these oversized crystals are in fact composed of trillions upon trillions of deactivated nanites. Okay. That's giving us 200 nanites, which we haven't had any of. As far as Isabella Hodgkinson can tell, the nanites compiled themselves into perfectly oriented crystalline lattices, and replicated until they became deactivated. While the crystals they created do in fact resemble buildings, they're entirely uniform in composition and cannot have served any such purpose. Ooh, that's an easier way of looking at our mega structures. So, do we upgrade the Lombardus constellation? Do we upgrade... Oh, we definitely upgrade this. Because this is already producing a lot of minerals and alloys. We're gonna be spending money. We have a good amount of resources though, so we can afford to do this. And we've already queued up the repairs. Get it building. This one, we could also upgrade it just for more research coming in. Now, Stellaris in session, that's still about the Astral Studies Network. We are gaining 7 threads per time, so that is going in the right
System
direction.
survey complete.
Oh, and we have some peace going out. The Jetrian commonality has made peace with the Jetrian hierarchy, which means there are more people out there who are no longer at war. Diplomacy, invite to Federation. So this is the Jetrian commonality. And the other ones... What was the name of the other ones? We'll just approve that. Was it the Heprometeans? Ah, it would have been the Jetrian hierarchy. Yeah, but they're already in a federation, so we can't do anything with them. The Heprometeans... their acceptance has gone up, so that's good. It's going to be a while before we can actually action that, though. So, technology research into living metal. Nice. Let's go for battleship build cost down and build speed up. In fact, no, we'll do the cruiser one. Standardized cruise patterns. With living metal having been researched. Let's get the mining station over here and we'll have a quick scan for any other living metal in our areas. I think that's the only bit. I see no other obvious living metal here. There was some over in this area. There we go, over at Awas. But we'd have to really, really try to get to that one. Okay, ships are being built. Structures are upgrading. We have actively got 40 living metal. Let's have a look at our edicts very quickly. Living metal mega construction will increase the build speed, and that will give us 10 months of double speed.
Construction complete.
Illuminated dual star base is looking better. 2 shipyards, please. In addition to shipyards, Fleet Academy is quite a nice idea for extra starting experience. Interesting, you can't have more than 1 crew quarters. Yeah, Fleet Academy is going to be the best out of those. So that keeps Illuminated Duel moving forwards. The Circle of the Fall. At the moment, this is a shipyard and trade hub, but with the L gate here, I am a little worried that it might need to become more than it actively is. So we might need to get rid of those shipyards and instead change it over for something a bit more defensive.
Handshake protocols activated.
Hey, awesome. They have joined our Federation. Now, in the Federation as a whole, we're still doing alright with cohesion. So that's nice and safe. Yep, we're going to run out of living metal in 10 months. That's fine. That is expected. It's in order to give us the boosted build speed on these. Our Genesis arc on the terraformed planet where we've got our colony Erathorn has actually got some pre-sapient creatures. Which means we're going to uplift them. The Valkyans. They're kind of cute. Let's have a look at the planet that they're on and see what we were going to do with it. So this was Erathon, the urban world that I said was going to be like an agri world. Okay. So whatever we do should probably reflect that. We're going to want the normal pop assembly, so clone vats, and then autochthon monument, so we've got those coming in quite nicely.
Situation log updated.
Uplift these guys, and then we will modify their genetics. So go ahead and research uplifting the Valkyans. You're still good? Cool. How are the repairs going?
Construction complete.
Pretty well, actually. Readied shields. You are done. Let's take you through. Bring you up here. Komyang Starbase, you are ready for more shipyards. And we'll also get a Fleet Academy down here. Circle of the Fall, we are not going to turn you into massive shipyards. We are going to turn you into probably something a fair bit more beefy. So I think it's going to be gun batteries mostly. Or massive ancient ramparts. 'Cause Probably 2 ancient ramparts and then the rest gun batteries. Yeah, let's go for the ancient shield overcharger. We can change this over for... Yeah, change both of these over for gun batteries. And then get this upgrading to the next level. Thinking about the future. Free sapient species found! Across Voros Vorai 3, long graceful creatures have been observed engaging in rudimentary forms of communication, cooperating with one another to find food and avoid the planet's predators. They are aquatic beings and they may prove suitable for the technologies intended to hide at the pace of evolution. Okay. You guys are already moving through. Circle of the Fall is done. Okay. Anvil and Hammer is also almost done. But the Valkyrians are fully upgraded. So let's sort out our research. Ooh, jump drive travel. Interesting. Could be good for getting out of trouble. I think we'll go for arc emitters though. Shield penetration and armor penetration means it would hit directly on hulls, which could be very useful. Anvil and Hammer, come on in, adopt your position. And for the Valkyrians, let's upgrade their species. Oh, have we not done the... Oh, I suppose these are the ones who fled, aren't they? That's fine. We'll allow the fleeing ones to keep their own genetics for the moment. But there are a few. We've also got the Tegu. And there's variants of them as well. So someone's been playing with genetics. Right. Create a template for you. So we are going to be nerve stapled. You're going to be farmers, really. Vocational genomics. We can give you the... What are influential jobs? Elite jobs, entertainers, buyer, trophies, mater. That's fine. We'll give you repugnant. Agarian. We could allow them to self-crystallize. What do we need in terms of extra resources? Nothing really. I mean, more living metal. But we're not going to get that from down here. Yeah, I don't think that's strictly necessary for us. So let's get alloys from them with Drake scaled. And if they're nervous stapled, we can't have leaders, so fleeting is fine to get And we'll give them strong. Go ahead and apply that to all of them.
Situation log updated.
Tip of the spear is done. In you come. Let's get you back in position.
Species enhanced.
Right, modification complete. Next up, we have another starbase being built. Go ahead and get the appropriate research stations and stuff done there. We've got 8 more months of living metals before we run out. We could buy living metals, actually. It's quite pricey. Not gonna lie, it's quite pricey. But we could buy a few. That'll keep it going for a while, so we don't need to worry about the actual build speed on these. Right, in terms of our fleets and everything that's going on, how's the build queues going? Illuminated Jewel is still doing its upgrades. Nice.
Construction complete.
Hey, we can celebrate diversity and we can reverse engineer some arcane tech. So let's do both of those. Reverse engineering is just giving us a fat chunk of physics research. And we are now getting some living metal in. We're still spending a lot, but we are getting some. I'm wondering if it's worth us building another mega structure. It's not telling me the arc furnace options on these. Maybe I need to zoom in a little. No, it's just not telling me. It's telling me all the habitat potential, which is fine, but we're not looking to build habitats right this moment. Okay, well, for the moment, you're fine and busy. Let's think about if we are going to build something new. What are we going to get the benefit from most? Yeah, it's not giving us an idea. There's 2 things that we have in there that I feel like it could work towards, but no idea of the quality of them. Well, for the moment, let's just bring you back a little closer. There is an anomaly in here that I had not seen previously. Where is Isabella Hodgkinson? You are quite far away. Yeah. Yeah, you're not going to get down to that research anytime soon. That's fine. Once you're done with that, we'll bring you back. It will take you a long time, but at least it won't get missed. 5 more months until the next Aberrant fleet comes in, or at least I think it's going to be 5 months. Let's check the status of the event. Ooh, Seldis. Seldis needs some population space. We can get a nice city district going. Or we can get one more generated district. We may as well upgrade the cryo revitalization center. It's not going to do a huge amount, but a little bit will help. So the seal, an outcome is going to be reached in 18 months. So we've got at least one more fight, maybe 2. And yeah, the next one will appear on the 1st of July. Over in the entertainment nexus, the reptilian cyborg stands out at the height and width of a small transport ship, with a mouth large enough to nearly swallow it as well. Other physical characteristics include grayscale skin patched with transparent electrical panels, a glowing energy core fastened to its torso, and alloyed metal limbs complemented with a complex system of hydraulics. Given its enormous size, the cyborg is anchored solidly in spot and regarded as if it were a monument. Many fans have brought the monolith something to eat, which seems to appreciate. The aliens that volunteered for the show are also present, posturing as part of the act. Offer a snack of 1,000 food. Let's try and secure a tissue sample. This gargantuan specimen should open up a variety of research possibilities. Now, I want to make sure that the fleets are as far back as they can be. Because we've got long-range weapons.
System survey complete.
We have a new tradition available. Let's push for the quid pro quo. We're only losing 1 living metal at the moment. That's really not much. How much are we getting from this down here? It says just the 1, but 1.55 is what it's reporting. I wonder if there's something else giving us a little boost. So, the place with the Dreadnought has been fully surveyed. We are now on our way back to research that anomaly down here in the Lombardius system. We will eventually find what's going on. 16 months until a resolution on the seal. How are our construction bits going? We're almost caught up to date. And the longest mile has made it. That's going to make a bit of a difference. So guys, I need you to come all the way to the back as well.
Research complete.
It does say 100 and something days, but I am not convinced that we're not going to be right in the middle of everything when shit hits the fan. Cruiser build cost is down, cruiser build speed is up. This is good for our combat. I think advanced afterburners is the smart choice. Let's keep mobile in what we're doing. Right, I need you to not be in the middle. Oh, they're going to be right in the middle. We have a new task. Dyson Swarm for 80 energy. The upgrade has finished. And it looks like it can be upgraded again. We have a lot of resources coming in at the moment. Okay. Which is now moving us on to some of the more unusual ones, such as Crisis Debris and Fallen Empire Debris. This is going to be bad while you're slap bang in the middle. Let's activate our edicts. In fact, before we do that, can we do anything with our artifacts? No, we can't. In the edicts, first things first. Focusing crystals, volatile reactive armor, volatile ammunition, exotic gases for both of those. Astral shielding. They are gonna appear right in the middle of us. Let's bring everyone together.
Battle commenced.
Right, everyone attack. We do what we can. We're gonna lose a lot of stuff. Devolving Beam is researched. Next up, we will go for Ancient Target Scrambler. Oh, selected lineages is a policy. Okay. Well, we'll research that and then it'll be done. This is going to be painful. Right, you're done. You've got that next. Cool. After that, we'll survey here, then survey here. All the way along the chain. So that's you busy. Now, back to the combat. The longest mile was in a terrible place. Hey, our quantum catapult is up to twin arrays. We haven't used it yet, but it's good to know that if we want, the opportunity is going to be there. Diametrically balancing the first of the arrays, range and accuracy are increased. Combat is done. Let's turn off the edicts. So there goes the astral shielding. And the various exotics. Okay, we've got some big repairs to do. So repair. How did we do in terms of losses? A couple of destroyers, 2 cruisers, lost a battleship, that's a pain. 2 more cruisers, some destroyers, some corvettes. It wasn't that bad. We did a lot of damage to the extra-dimensional invaders. I'm not completely horrified by that. Let's do our reinforcements. So we're going to need 7,000 metals to get them all going. This is going to be very expensive. Okay, that will be enough. Reinforce everyone with our new constructions over here. We should be able to churn it out a bit faster. Now, how are we doing with this event? An outcome will be reached in 9 months, which means we're gonna dodge the last fleet. I think it's good. I think we should be fine. The Astral Rift event with the rock worms. The explosion was a success. The worm's carcass fell below us in a torn heap of rocky flesh and viscera. Free from all restrictions, we've been able to recover a significant amount of egg clusters from the pools inside these chambers. Encased in crystalline shells, we should be able to transport these durable spawn to a planet of our choosing. Perhaps the younglings could be trained to dig mining tunnels for us. Okay. Rockworm Hive planetary decision. It does sound risky, but that finishes off the Astral Rift. Let's have a look at one of the new worlds that we have. Altar is going to be a mining world. What planetary decisions do we have here? Okay. We can add a rockworm hive here, which will give extra minerals and more mining districts, or more max mining districts. Right now, we have 11 maximum districts. So we've got more maximum districts on this planet than we can already fit, so it's not worth doing it here. Let's have a look at Terib. Terib could support 12. Oh, sorry, could support 15 districts. It's worth doing it on Terib. %, extra minerals. The young rockworms recover from beyond the Astral Rift can be carefully trained to carve. What could go wrong? So we have a rockworm hive, and I'm sure that's not going to be a problem at all. It's going to keep them nice and busy for a while. Right, we've gained a favour with the Heteropotams. I think this whole area is going to be sorted. We do have a ship that should be out of the rift now. So maybe we can come along and survey and claim the system. So that's rift closed. So the Parpler, you're over there. Go survey the system. Interesting, the enigmatic cache is still in our area. As soon as we tick into the next month, we should have our astral threads come back to normal.
System survey complete.
That's the Jiva system. Hey, there's some living metal there. That might be worth us looking at getting a little bit of. Quantum Catapult will take 10,000 for us to upgrade next. Let's go back to the Mitplar and see, are we getting... And we're still not getting the full information on this. Very strange. Yeah, the fact that it's not giving us the number of sites is strange, but that could be because it was only relevant until we had the development. That's possible. It could be that they produce the same amount regardless. So then we're just like deciding which place to put it for the sake of generating more resources. Well, we may as well get another one on the way. Or it could be a bit bugged. That's also a possibility. There could also be a limit on the number that you can have. Well, we have a Genesis project that's finished. Our planet has some new pre-sapients that we can uplift. A bit more in terms of influence coming in, a bit more unity.
Research complete.
We will go ahead and uplift them right now.
Situation log updated.
That'll be done really quickly. We've got arc emitter research done. Let's go for focused arc emitters. Couldn't hurt. We have our new colony. This is going to get clone vats and then the Odixon monument. So that's happily ticking along. You're going to become a factory world, so we'll do plenty with you in the future. The Jiva system, as we saw, was already sorted. Another favour from the Azetlians. We have more artifacts that we know what to do with. And we are losing a little bit of living metal, but overall it's not too bad. Yeah, I'm sure it's not going to be down to the number of arc furnaces that we've got. I think it's probably just it's being a bit weird. It is interesting that the Mitplar itself is not allowing us to build. Could be because we've already got a Dyson swarm in the system. Let's tell you to come through. You'll be here in 40 days, and then we'll see if we can do it once you're in system.
Construction complete.
More detection arrays. Do we get another dark matter resonance chamber? Can we get another dark matter resonance chamber? Looks like we can't. That's okay. What can we do in terms of more detection range? Probably nothing. Let's go for some crew quarters just in case we end up sticking a fleet in the area. Right, can I go build megastructure? Arc furnace equatorial bat. Why does it cancel? It is not letting us know. Our uplift is done on Cornus. The Euronins have been sorted out. So, our new world, Cornus. Welcome to the galactic stage. We're going to do some genetic modification on you. It's not you guys. There you are. And we want you to be good at doing... yeah, factory world. You're going to be creating goods. So we'll go for... Oh, cannot be employed in elite or specialist jobs. So not nerve stapled. Let's try and keep it useful and focused. Drake scaled is fine. Natural machinist. And we can give you vocational genomics as well. We don't care about your leaders, so we can still give you things like fleeting. Docile as well. I think maybe docile. There we go. That'll do. It doesn't need to be more complicated. Get them
Situation log updated.
all switched over.
System survey complete.
Repairs are done on the anvil and hammer. And we are pretty darn close to having the seal finished. I think I should probably send the fleets back in just in case, though. Because there could be one final blowout. So back you go. And with that, we're unfortunately out of time for today, so we're going to have to finish up there. Thank you very much for coming along, everyone. I do hope you are continuing to enjoy this. We're 23:47, so we're doing pretty well in terms of timing, but we have had a lot of stuff on our plate. As always, if you are enjoying this, be sure to give a big thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and do so, and you'll be told when the next episode goes live. Otherwise, I'll see you next time for another episode of Stellaris. See you soon.